Right, Sunday, February 12, 2012. Interesting combination of figures there. And I'm back to routine business on the outskirts of London, doing free walk 35, which is Cuxton here in Kent, near the Medway towns, to Soul Street over the North Downs. I was looking for a walk that was relatively wooded today. Difficult to find because I've done a lot of them already. Reason for that is that the weather today is pretty grim. Freezing cold, maximum temperature about 3 degrees, and as you can see, not much visibility, very grey. In fact, some sleet is forecast down here. So by contrast to last week, when it was down on the Norfolk coast, when it was snowy and quite clear, today we've got a pretty naff old day. So the 11.5 miles that this walk is probably won't give us much in the way of scenic views. Right, as it is 11.5 miles, it's now 11:15. I should be done by, let's have a look, 5 hours tops. So it should be about 4:45 on that basis. 4:45, sorry, can't add up. So let's press on. So here we go, just outside Cuxton station, and it's a mile to the North Downs Way, which I believe we're going to be following for a distance. The unsigned footpath marker referred to in the text is now signed again. Okay, just at the point where you join the North Downs Way near Ranscombe's farm, and the footpath marker there down on the floor. And interestingly, incredibly as well, on a cold day like today, looks like I've got two fellow walkers doing the same walk ahead. Certainly seem to be following instructions and going in the same direction. The text refers to a fine view of the Medway Valley here, but obviously on a day like today we're not quite getting that. Yes, in good weather these would indeed be fine views. Still, that's the beauty of the English seasons, I guess. Magpies there in the background. So here we go. The annoying thing about today is I've bought my yak tracks, but surface is so variable that it's not worth putting them on. So I'll just press on with my boots as they are. Just about to approach the railway bridge mentioned in the text over there and cross the railway line yet again. Information board here about Cobham and Cuxton's countryside, which as usual I hope you can enlarge. And here's the accompanying view. Now overtaken those two girls. Sure, I've come across them before somewhere. Takes some hardy souls to be out in this weather today. Fair play to them. Just stood by the kissing gate next to the road mentioned in the text, and that descent of the North Downs Way was through Mill Hill Wood, as you can see there. It's just starting to drizzle a little, which is a worse scenario possible in this weather. Just reached the hamlet of Upper Bush with its nice village sign there. That's the path towards the farm buildings that you don't take. Some of the scenery around about. There's another one of those ancient North Downs Way National Trail signs indicating 71 mile to Farnham, 42 to Canterbury and 54 to Dover. Our onward journey ahead up the gravel track, leaving Upper Bush and about to veer half left into Great Wood over there. It's getting mistier actually, which means the temperature must be rising a tad. Stood by the edge of this wood, which in fact is called Northwood, not Great Wood as I originally thought. And what a great view this would have been had the sun been out today. Fantastic. Sorry about the jerks, I'm slipping in the snow. The wind's picking up a bit as well. So the temperature's rising a little. It's a chill factor. Okay, having come out of the wood, this is a scene on the other side which is very festive for Christmas as opposed to Valentine's Day week. It's just starting to, well, it's continuing to drizzle, as you can probably see from the lens. It's affecting my filming, which is annoying. Also there's steam from my breath getting into the lens, which makes it look even foggier than it actually is, I think. There's some sheep over there. Not sure what they're eating because everything's snow covered. The path through the wood was almost untouched by the sun, so pretty deep snow in there. Certainly yak track territory. Not sure if you can see that. Green woodpecker at work. I think, no it's not. It's a greater spotted woodpecker in pneumatic mode. There you go, that's what I was waiting for. Hope you heard that. It's at the maximum range of my lens. Good boy. Just about to ascend the steps. Cold's getting me words muddled up. And this is the view back from them. As I say, not fantastic views today, but gives you another angle. And the old rooks there agree with me. So it's just gone 12. Been walking for an hour and a quarter, and we're now in Wingate Wood, which is the long section of woodland walking on this walk. Which is partly why I selected it today, knowing that it would be relatively wind-free, dry, etc. in here. Well, the young trees referred to in the text have all been sliced down because of that pylon overhead there. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it sounds like a stream. All the power surging through there. Still in Wingate Wood, by the way. North Downs Way is very well marked, I'm finding thus far. Hard to believe that in season this is a very good bluebell wood by all accounts. Continuing along the interestingly named, well, continuing along the North Downs Way in the interestingly named Horse Holders Wood. Yeah. Just leaving the wood and about to go half right across this field. It looks like these signs are awaiting their markers. Just before the footpath marker mentioned in the text, 140 metres into the wood, trees fallen over there. And someone else has been on some sort of trail march recently, because look, they've had to spray their way. I've seen a number of those through the wood. Very peaceful in here at the moment. Very little bird song, I notice, unlike in Norfolk. Stile mentioned in the text is now a kissing gate, and this is certainly yak track territory. Could have given the old footwear a trial today for sure. Can't be bothered to put it on now though, to be honest. Certainly is very different to what I've left behind in London. And this mist is creeping in now, just adding to the freezer effect. Had a metal stile referred to in the text. It's not a bad style actually. Decent, hard wearing. But the other one also referred to in the text is still missing. Certainly an interesting descent at the moment. Just left the North Downs Way and approaching houses left and right per the text. Could do with the old yak tracks on now for sure. Mind you, I've got my stick out, so that's okay. Prevents me slipping. Scenes just on the edge of the village of Great Buckland, shortly to join the Wealdway, as marked on the map. Really is getting misty now. Amazing. Snow on the ground and white mist above. Can't get much whiter really. A whiteout. So here we go, about to join the Wealdway. Christ, I can still hear that woman shouting. Sounds like my mum in the distance. Looking back towards Great Buckland from the stile near the pylons mentioned in the text. Woman out there with a pack of dogs. They were fine though. It's about 73 metres high here, so it's not significant, and yet there's all this snow. And of course the ground never warms up, I don't suppose, at the moment. There's the onward path. Soon be time for lunch in the sole church on this walk, I think. Okay, this is the bank referred to in the text as being a good place to have sandwiches. Probably right as well in season, albeit a bit close to these pylons. You would get a good enough view as well on a nice sunny day. In fact, you get a lovely view by the looks of it. Further views, in inverted commas, of this lovely valley just before Luddesdown. Again, excuse the jerkiness. It's me sinking in the snow at various intervals as my feet warm up the undersoil, I guess. Luddesdown village church over there, or in the mist, my lunchtime destination. Just tested that with my stick, and the water in that water butt is absolutely frozen solid apart from a very slim veneer at the top. So that shows how cold it's been. So that's interesting. Just walking across organic land set up in '86. There's an interesting little thatch feature over there. Not sure what it is or what its purpose is, but it's like a thatched shed or an outhouse even. Delightful. That's the organic cattle behind me, no doubt, in the sheds. Okay, so assuming I can get through that door and into the storm porch, this is where I propose having my lunch. Luddesdown Church. It's just gone, well, it's about 1:45 now. And I can hear trains in the distance, not too far away. Must be the Medway line, I don't know, or the Snodland line, one or t'other. So luckily I am able to get in, get some warmth here, and this is today's lunchtime spot. Pretty dark in here because all I've got is the benefit of those two small windows. Main church door is locked, which is where the light switch would be for this light in the storm porch. Anyway, not to worry, I'm out of the cold. That's the main thing. Okay, 2:15, lunch has been had, and actually feels warmer outside here than it did in that porchway. There are a number of seats around for future reference, for more pleasant climbs. As I say, I don't know if it's me or that storm porch, but not as cold out here at the minute. More birdsong as well. Church from another angle. They do like these metallic village signs down this way. That church was the parish church of St Peter and St Paul, Luddesdown. Sometimes spelt with an E, sometimes not, I've noticed. Okay, this is the bench with a particularly fine view mentioned in the text. Dates back to the Silver Jubilee, just as we're about to commemorate the Diamond one. Yeah, look at that for a view, eh? Doesn't matter whether it's misty or not today. You still get a good idea of what it could be like. Shame about the jet noise, really. There was rather a hum of rotting vegetables over there as I walked past. Not sure if they're wasted or what's happened. Probably part of the organic farm as well. I won't be filming the suggested lunchtime pub stop today because it's 250 metres up that road and you have to come back to this point anyway. So that would be an additional 500 metres I don't need to do really, just for the sake of a photo. I'm not using the place, so little point in doing it. Views back to the village of Henley Street, which is where the Cock Inn is, and I'm just stood in front of the second kissing gate mentioned in the text. Temperatures dropping again, very much like a freezer out here now. Second week running, or second lot of walks running this week where that's been the case. About to enter the mixed woodland of Cobham Berry Wood. Snow's not so packed down here, seems to be thawing more as well. Interesting how that few miles has made a difference. I can hear gold crests in here. And the hum of traffic in the background somewhere. Not much left of that road sign. Having just emerged from the wood there, now turning left here, up this road, and towards that distant railway line, which I presume is the one home. Views back from the railway bridge that I'm just about to walk under. National Trust property, that I believe, because the van parked outside there has got National Trust stitched all over the side of it, or written all over the side of it. Okay, 3:30, and here I am in the centre of Cobham. Now opposite this village church is a pub made famous by Charles Dickens in his book Pickwick Papers, apparently. The Leather Bottle. Now let's get a better view of that if I can. There you go, in all its Tudor glory. Interestingly though, no pub sign outside it. The only indication that it's called the Leather Bottle is on the building next door. Interesting word as well, leather bottle. I wonder what that's all about. Not having read the book. Looks like it's got a nice garden as well. Tell a lie. There's a pub sign on this sign amongst the ivy. And also an information board there associating the great man with the place. Very appropriate. This is Dickens' bicentennial this year, and clearly this pub's making full use of that connection. Anyway, my onward journey is up via the church by all accounts. Looking on towards the Cock Inn again in Henley Street, and here's a shot of Cobham Church in the distance up on the ridge, and to my left what looks like a massive orchard. Certainly not organic, not with all those pylons up there ahead of me running over it. Who'd want to eat those apples? Well, I don't know what it is about me and death, but here we are. Another week, another one. And this week is something I did not expect to see. A dead horse, which clearly has just been dumped there today, because there's no snow on it, and it is in a very poor condition. Manky or what? Poor thing. Doesn't smell. No maggots on it or anything like that, so it's obviously been done today. Probably died from cold last night. Just on the outskirts of Henley Street. Right, around 4 o'clock now. I won't get to 4:15, so that means I can slow down a bit because it's a whole hour till the next train. Now as we approach Henley Street and the Cock Inn, the sun's trying to come through over there. Mist's lifted. The temperature's definitely a couple of degrees warmer than this morning. Hence the snow is starting to melt. Well, I'm sure that'll change overnight. Could be very slippery tomorrow. Of course, the cold temperatures could have preserved that horse that I've just come across. So it could have been there a couple of nights. An outrageous way to treat a poor animal anyway. Dumping it like that. Probably pikeys, I bet. But here we are, we finally get to see the recommended lunchtime stop, the Cock Inn, or in my case, could be a tea time stop, or for anyone else doing the walk as I'm doing it. Smells very inviting at this minute in time. It's obviously got real log fires, judging by the smoke coming out of its chimney. Do like that smell. Anyway, got to press on. I think this is pretty clear. Henley Street and Gold Street. And this is the path between them that we take down to Soul Street. Lots of streets around here. Well, that is very annoying. Just missed a 4:15, or the 4 by a second. Just pulled out as I got here, so I've now got a whole hour to kill before the next one. So I'll have to go in the Railway Inn, which is very annoying. Still, I think the worst things to be doing. Anyway, that makes that walk 11:15 I started, so 10:45 to 16:15. 5.5 hours. A bit longer than I thought, but then again that would be because of the slippery conditions underfoot. Not a bad walk at all actually. I can imagine in the spring when all the bluebells are around it would be absolutely delightful. Not that there was anything wrong with it today. One comment I would make about the walk though is that there seems to be pylons everywhere. Never known a walk where I've been under so many pylons. So I probably picked up, well that probably explains my memory loss. Probably picked up leukemia during that walk. So, free walk, Christ, can't remember the number now, 35, Cuxton to Soul Street, completed, all 11.5 miles of it. Very pleasant walk it could be as well.